Hey everyone, it's Christine here. Welcome, my Capricorns, to your June monthly zodiac reading. This is the reading that I do every month where we spend a little bit more time going into what's in store for you. I pulled quite a few decks intuitively, so this might be a little bit longer than usual, but I'm really grateful for your support. I'm really grateful for your likes, shares, and subscribes, and especially your comments. I love getting to know you all. And quick reminders, always trust yourself, practice discernment, and follow your own intuition. Know that energies are fluid and things change. Okay, so let's dive in to your reading. Okay, we're gonna start with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. I felt the need this week to continue. I used for the weekly reading a lot of angel decks and also this Ancestors and Angels Oracle. I feel like a lot of us are supported and surrounded by our guides, whoever they are and whatever that means to you. What do my Capricorns need to know for June? What is in store for them? What is ahead? We're going to look at all messages. This is going to be past, present energy. What do my Capricorns need to know? We got drum, dream, and journey. A lot of journeying cards. I got a lot of journey cards. Some of you, I heard mapping out your route, are changing course or re-navigating where you are moving next in life. A lot of you may be focused. I'm getting, let me move this a little bit. I'm getting some focus on different elements. Family, children, pets, if you have any fur babies, work, who you are as a self, like as a person. Some of you are getting messages, have gotten messages from your ancestors about questions you've been asking. Some of you have been asking questions and waiting for the answers, and you're getting them in your dream state or in your subconscious state. So be aware, be open to receiving those messages. Sometimes they're not what they seem, or they're not the answer that you wanted or anticipated. So be very open. Don't attach yourself to the outcome. I have to say that. I feel like for some of you, I'm getting compass. Some of you may be traveling, moving, taking day trips. It's not a long-term displacement, but I'm getting some type of displacement where you're out of your home area. And so this could be part of this journey that you are wanting to embark on, or this could be part of where you're going next in your life. Some of you, for your professions, may travel. I got farm. Some of you are wanting to downgrade, is that the word? Downgrade. Change your lifestyle from what you were doing before. I'm getting urban to something more in the country, rural, farm, peace, quiet. Let's see what other messages our ancestors and angels have for us for my Capricorns for June. I feel like many of you do beat to your own drum. I heard that and I'm like, of course it has to come out like that. But some of you may be going against the grain, against to what is socially acceptable, should we say, even though I don't believe in those social norms. I feel like you should follow your own guidance, your own intuition. Nope, it hasn't come out. There's a change in direction for you. I got one more. We got snake, shed old snake, as I just said that. So yeah, there's like a rebirth. Some of you are definitely shedding who you were, who you thought you were, where you thought you were going, what you thought your life was going to be like, what you envisioned. You're changing course. Because I kept getting, when you have a compass in your hands and the compass moves, of course, depending on what direction you're going for or toward, that's what I'm getting. Some of you are changing your anticipated path, your journey, your next steps, and it's not going to look like what you had previously thought it would look like. For some, this is going to take a complete different lifestyle. It could mean like, I'm not having kids, I'm not getting married. Or for some of you that always said you weren't going to get married, you're like, I cannot wait to get married. I am going to find the love of my life. I'm going to have kids. I'm getting that kind of polarity. There's big decisions that in your heart you always knew, but you did not choose in that way. And so there's almost like a shedding of the old, a shedding of who you thought you were, but really of who you tried to be for others, of society, for society, I should say, for everyone else but yourself. And I feel like you're finding your way back to you. It's like an internal compass. I probably could have just said that in the beginning, internal compass. I'm going to pull the Moonology next. Some of you have definitely left behind, because I got in the beginning of the reading, there's like a displacement with you. Some of you are getting ready to move, to go somewhere. Maybe you've accepted a job. Maybe you are moving to be with a partner or back with family or to start anew somewhere. But I'm getting newness, and there's movement to that. Okay, what other messages for my cats does the universe have for this month of June? What else do we need to know? Remember, it's okay to start over. I really felt the need to say that to you all. It's okay to start over, no matter what your age is, where you are in life, and where you thought you should be. Sometimes in our heads, we think we should be in a certain place, especially when we start comparing ourselves to others, to our peers, to people our age, whatever it is. We're like, oh shit, I haven't met that marker. Be careful, don't do that, because you're on your own unique journey. You're a snake. Snakes take their own paths. Some of you may have a spirit animal as a snake. Full moon in Cancer, crab. I don't know why I said crab. I saw a crab. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart. Let your fears dissolve. Whenever we go through a rebirth of sorts, a transformation, which I feel like collectively, I tapped into this in the weekly energy reading, so many of us have undergone, but I'm getting that for you as well, because I'm getting an extreme polarity in where you're going. It's very different. There are going to naturally be fears that are going to arise. Are we making the right decision? Is this really where I'm supposed to go? Why do I feel this way? And there's a lot of doubts, and that's really your ego talking, because there's a lot of uncertainty and you think you have to know everything, especially for my caps, right? Very structured, very orderly. You like knowing what to do, what your responsibilities are in order to execute them, and you do them. Don't beat around the bush, you don't waste it. But you got to feel this, because this is part of the journey that you're going to. This was a journey that you selected. I feel like many of you do not identify with mainstream. For those that I'm reading, you're very off to the sides. What do they call them? Not like black sheep, but fringe population? I have no idea. I'm getting the word sidelines. Some of you have always felt like you weren't accepted. You weren't part of groups, part of people. You didn't feel accepted in that way. There's a lot of fears coming up and going your own path and feeling like, am I ever going to feel enough? Am I ever going to feel worthy? Is this going to be what I really truly imagine for myself? Is this what I want? Yes. I'm strongly getting yes. You have to, but you also have to feel this. it's natural to feel fears as you embark on a new direction, because it's something that's very different. It's something that you've never done before, and so you don't have steps, you don't have footprints to retrace yours over with. This is something new. Moreover, the snake doesn't leave footprints. So this is literally something new that you are about to embark on. Okay. We're going to pull a soul traveler, a soul journey card, oracle card. Some of you may have Scorpio in your chart. I'm getting an overwhelming sense of Scorpio. Perhaps in your Mercury, but it could be in any other placement. A lot of you are holding on tight. You're holding on tight to something that you don't want to let go of, and it's part of this path that you have to let go of in the next chapter of your journey. Because it's going to cause like a stagnation, and you're not going to advance in the way that you like. Things are going to keep messing up, breaking down, not going the way that you want them to. Okay. What else do my Capricorns need to know for June? Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. This is a reminder to always acknowledge your blessings, the abundance around you, no matter how small, no matter how you compare yourselves to others. And even if you haven't reached it yet, be grateful for where you currently are in your life, because it's taking you to the next level of where you want to be. I'm going to pull more. I feel drawn to pull more. What other messages do my Capricorns need to know? We got miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. For some of you, you may be banking on miracles because what you're about to do with your life, there's a complete change. It's very different. Like I said, I keep getting polarity. I keep getting opposites. I keep getting extremes. Something very different. Some of you may have said to yourself, it's going to take a miracle to make this happen, or it's going to be like a divine intervention or miraculous intervention of some sort for this to go in the way that I want to. Have faith. This is all about trust. You're dealing with logic and heart. A lot of you are too much in your head. Natural for earth signs, especially Capricorn. We also had your planet, your planetary ruler Saturn, just go retrograde on the 4th. Look to see where that's in your chart, because that could be affecting this particular area. And of course, it'll vary depending on the house that it falls in, but it could be impacting the way that you're thinking, the way that you're shifting and moving forward, and you're reassessing how things are going. But I'm getting something positive here. I just feel like this is your true north. I'm getting like the bear, the Big Dipper. I keep getting this as your true north. So stay on course. Okay, this is the last one from this deck. I'm gonna pull. I told you, you guys, I keep saying like this is something new, very new, unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. Look at this. Some of you may resonate with the owl and with birds. Some of you are getting messages. We have crabs here. Do you see their hands? Their hands are out, but particularly their hands. This is about receiving. You got to learn to receive. Some of you are too giving. You're over giving. It's about time you give to yourself. But look at this. You're in unknown territory, which is why it feels so damn foreign, and why you may have a lot of fears right now. Because when we're put in situations where it's uncomfortable, whether it's a new job, a new environment, a new routine, it's uncomfortable until we get used to it, right? It takes some navigating. It's almost like starting a new course and you don't have any background in it. Imagine if you had no background in graphic design and they're like, okay, create this for us in an hour. How would you react? This is the type of energy I'm feeling. So many of you are very uncomfortable with that, but you have to allow yourself to experience that with no judgment as much as possible. Experience, observe, feel what comes up and why. Maybe You're used to having all the answers. You're used to having things figured out. Things have always been secure for you, but now you're doing something that's very different. This has to do with your, I'm getting it's like an overall, like a lifestyle change. So I'm getting move, something where you're picking up and doing something different. It's a new environment, a new job. It could be a relationship where you're moving to be with someone, but it's something very, very different that'll impact your life. But you have a lot of divine support. Look at this. This is exactly part of your journey, part of your path, my Capricorns. Okay, we're gonna pull the Angel Guide deck next. One of the biggest things that we experience when we're in unknown territory is just a lot of uncertainty, fears, and basically everything that we don't want to think of comes up because we're trying to find some way to soothe and comfort ourselves. So this is an amazing time to make sure that your routine, especially your day-to-day routine, is in place, that you have some semblance of control over a part of your life that you can control, right? Your routine is one of them. Make sure you tap into yourself, whether that's journaling, drinking tea, working out, whatever it is that you enjoy doing upon waking up. Find a way to connect with yourself and ground yourself, because that's going to help with some of the disconcerting feelings that you are experiencing, fears that are arising, and that feeling of instability where you don't feel completely solid, like you don't have a solid foundation. What guidance do our angels have for my Capricorns? Ooh, almost flew out. Healing energy. Some of you are doing this or embarking on this lifestyle change. I keep calling it lifestyle. This is a huge change. It's going to affect your life. It's a different path than you imagined. It's because some of you are healing from something. It could be healing that's coming up as a result of childhood trauma, of childhood wounds, adverse childhood experiences, intergenerational trauma, ancestral trauma, past life trauma. But I'm also getting this has to do with something very recent. There could have been a splitting of two. I heard splitting and merging. There could have been a splitting of your household and whoever was involved in that household, an ending of a relationship. There was one end of your life chapter. And so some of you are really working on your heart right now, on healing, and have been calling that. Some of you definitely have Cancer in your chart. Okay. We're gonna pull an Archangel. This is, yes, Archangel. To see what messages we have from the Archangels. Some of you are also hearing owls at night. Animals chirping, like noise of some sort. And I feel like it's to give you, it's like giving you a sign. I don't feel like it's an omen of sorts. I feel like it's something having to do with like pay attention. It's a repeated sign that you are receiving. And we're gonna see what messages our archangels have for my Capricorns. I sense the fear here. We have Archangel Roquiel. Enter higher planetary service. Be a blazing light. For some of you, this complete change in course in your path in your life, it's a result of you. This has to do with your soul mission, what you're doing. It's like a switch went off. You're like, whatever you were doing before, whatever environment you were in, it's almost like, literally I'm getting that feeling like you just literally woke up one day, or in that instant, you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. This isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. You're meant to do something different, something, I keep hearing higher, but it's not, doesn't mean it's better than what you were doing before. It's different. Many of you are returning back to earth. I've heard some of you are getting downloads, but messages that it's time. You can't wait anymore. It's time to take a leap out there. For some of you, this has been years. Some of you have been getting messages about this change in course in your life path, in your journey for a while now, but you've been ignoring it because of fear. I totally get it. I'm a Libra sun rising, and I ignore the universe for like, how long? Like 8-9 years. I feel like that's the energy that I'm picking up right now. But you're very supported, and I'm getting you're going to be successful. It's just right now you don't have all the answers, and you're not supposed to. Additional guidance, please, for my Capricorns. Any other messages from the archangels and my Capricorns? Some of you are not trusting or believing. Like, it's like you want proof before you take this next step forward into something different. Any other messages, please? Got one more. Archangel Metatron. This is so ironic because that music in the background, it's like a Metatron frequency type of music. Increase your light levels, open your stellar gateway chakra. This is all about too. Some of you are on a path experiencing ascension at this moment. Very few of you I'm getting have just recently awoken. I feel most of you have been on this journey that are tapping in, but this is all about your inner knowing, trusting yourself, valuing yourself and your worth. Part of the lesson here, it stems from you not feeling like you're good enough to do whatever it is that you were setting out to do, changing course, making this radical life decision. Because stability is very important. Being responsible, a lot of you tend to work more than you play. And for some of you, this may be tapping into your creative passions, something that's very unlike what you do, maybe what's in your family line and your lineage. And so it's held you back. That particular fear has held you back. We're going to take a look at Keepers of the Light, or this way. Let me shuffle. I feel a strong need of like divine guidance. I'm getting that right now. Some of you may have been praying for signs of confirming if this is the path that you're supposed to be on, if this is the right decision that you're making. I'm strongly getting yes. There's a lot of hand movements here. Look, something about the hands here. I don't know if you guys use your hands, if you guys are artists, skilled. I'm getting sculptor, working with clay, drawing, painting, molding, sand. Some of you could be interpreters using your hands of sorts, hand models. Something about your hands. Some of you may love your hands or get a lot of compliments about your hands. Some of you may love manicuring your hands. There's something about your hands. Look at this. Look at their hands. And all these cards. They're out, but they're up. Here too, the hands are up. To me, look at this. There's something about your hands here. Some of you have been asking for higher guidance and assistance from above and have been literally praying for help, for assistance. Some of you are waiting to receive, but I feel strongly a lot of you have to learn how to receive and be open to that, to stop giving. This has to do with your self-love and self-worth. This is where the green is from your heart chakra. There's something about healing this because you're getting ready to receive a lot. Something with your hands. Some of you may heal with your hands as well, and you don't know it. Sometimes some of you are hand holders. I get the strong feeling that some of you may hold hands with people and people just feel instantly just better around you. A lot of you are stepping up into a higher level of your purpose right now. I didn't pull a card yet. Okay, I'm gonna pull from Keepers of the Light. You're about to receive a gift that you did not expect. Okay, I just got this because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the hell is up with the hands? You see, like the hands are always out. It's learning to receive as it is to give. I feel like for this group of Capricorns that I'm tapping into, many of you are over givers. You're gonna receive. Be ready, be open. It's gonna happen when you least expect it. There's going to be a lot of different signs you're going to get, but you're gonna get different opportunities, I'm getting waves. So a lot of things coming and going, but you gotta use your discernment, your intuition. Okay, what other messages do the angels have for my Capricorns? There's a sense of wonder. Some of you may enjoy fairy tales. I'm getting Hansel and Gretel. That's Bavaria, isn't it? Didn't it originate in Germany? There's something about a path here. I keep getting fairy tales with this. Okay, we got Bridget. Inner strength, move back to wholeness, recognize that you have power. Look at this. This is about finding your own worth, your own power. It's back to you. Look at the green around her. It's about healing your heart chakra too. This is about self-compassion, self-love for yourself. Making yourself whole again with you, by you, and no one else. This has to do a lot with your worth. What other messages do we have for my Capricorns, please? Some of you may be of Celtic ancestry. Some of you may have fire in your charts, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, I should say my Capricorns, other placements of those. What other messages do the Capricorns need to know for June? Tap into your inner strength and your inner reserves. Some of you work with deities, goddesses. There's a feminine energy around you that you can call for assistance. But anyone that you feel guided to in your spiritual team. Some of you may work with Archangel Metatron. Come on. Archangel Raquiel. And of course, I pulled them, but they could be angels. We also have Gaia, Earth connection. Ironic we get this for you all because you all are Earth signs. Earth connection, be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. I also got in one of your other cards, in this one, enter higher planetary service, be a blazing light. This is beautiful. Some of you may be doing work with Earth, with the planet, getting farming, agriculture, landscape, botany, something with the climate. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart. I always get that with Earth because that's the Earth, that's the mother of the zodiac. I said that earlier about grounding yourself. Okay. We are going to wrap it up. We got 3 left. I have which deck is this? The Unicorn. These are really beautiful beings to call for assistance. I feel like there's an ethereal, magical quality, almost like an inner child type of quality, and it'll help with healing your heart. Okay. What guidance can the unicorns offer my Capricorns? Some of you ride horses or may have horses. I just saw someone in fancy uniform. I don't know what it's called. With the boots, with the cap, with the khaki pants. What is it called? Bridal carriage? Dressing? If you're a horse rider. Competitor. Okay. There's a lot of greenery here. There's something about earth connection in your heart. Open to abundance. Believe you deserve. Accept plenty and prosperity. This definitely feels, I'm getting a lot of like worth, value. This has to do with your own value and your worth and what you feel you're deserving of. Open to abundance. Perhaps that's why all their hands are up. Because they innately receive abundance. Look, her hands are up. Obviously she's holding something, but for those that aren't, their hands are all up. You see that? The hand? It's because you are going to be receiving abundance down this road, down this path. Because this is what truly makes your heart sing. Look at this. We have all different houses, rainbows, coins, sunflowers, 8. 2 birds here. I feel like this is also for those of you that are calling in a romantic soulmate life partner. This is part of it too. There's a beautiful energy here. Some of you have been alone on this journey for a long time. We're going to look at a soul path to see what other final messages we have for June. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I'm getting some of you blame yourself. There's something here relating to a relationship. It can be open to anything, romantic, platonic, doesn't matter. But I feel like there's a blame where you haven't forgiven yourself. Hence the healing energy. There's something that still you haven't let go of. That could be why that many of you are not in the receiving mode at this time. It's easy to judge ourselves when we experience something that, whatever, it could be our fault, it could be not our fault. It's about learning from that, taking responsibility. If at any time it could be rectified, do so. If not, you can learn from it and you can move forward and bring that knowledge forth with you, because that'll have a ripple effect on the world. I get Saturnian energy here, accepting responsibility for your well-being. For some of you, this is also a message to, it's time to take responsibility for your own life, for your own well-being. Come back to earth, tap into your inner strength, because you can do this. Even when things seem hopeless, just move forward with a seedling, with a little nugget. It doesn't have to be the whole step. Sometimes I think we tend to take on too much and think that we have to do too much. And it's a natural human experience. It's a discourse we all go through. I'm going to pull your final card, a spirit animal for guidance. You guys have gotten quite a few animals here. See what spirit animal, what messages they have for my Capricorns. There we go. Dear, love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Oh my gosh. I've been talking about your value, your self-worth, love, healing. This is definitely about you. Look at this. This is about your healing. Healing your heart to move forward. Okay, this doesn't fit. There's something you need to forgive yourself for. Because as soon as you forgive yourself, it's like it opens that energetic portal, that door, and things just start flowing again. But when we're stuck in that cycle, and it's easy, I'm not saying to pass over it, to gloss over it, but when we're stuck in that, it's easy to not take action, to just stay there. But this is also a time to really take care of who you are. Some of you are here to lift the consciousness of love. I'm getting Cancer energy here. You're going to get through this. Remember what you are here for. Go back to that, tap into that. It's all in your heart space. You're going to release this blame. Day by day. This isn't something that happened overnight. Things keep happening, or things are going to keep evolving and keep moving forward. Ground yourself with earth. This is your element. Whatever aspect of earth, whether it's the water, the forest, makes you feel connected, get out into nature, because it's going to be a huge element in healing your heart and healing yourself and moving forward. I hope this has helped, my Capricorns. I am so grateful for your support, and I hope June is the start of something new. I feel like this is an energy of you moving forward and knowing that you're going to succeed no matter what. I will be back with your weekly readings throughout the month. They'll be shorter, but again, I hope this helped, and I hope you have a wonderful month ahead wherever you are in the world. Thank you and take care.